We are post week 13 football. We have our week 14 NFL power rankings. We're going to start from number 10 and work our way all the way up to number 1. Let me know where your team should be ranked down in the comments. Starting at our number 10 team, they're starting to get a little banged up, but the quarterback position is solid. They have some good young wide receivers coming too. The defense is hooping. I just don't know how they're going to fare into the months of December, so we're going to have to see. Give me the L.A. Chargers. I think that Justin Herbert's an absolute dog. Ladd McConkey, chat, if we were going to compare Ladd McConkey to any pass wide receiver in the league, who would you compare him to? I'm personally saying Julian Edelman. I like the way he runs routes. I like the way he gets open. I like the way he plays football. It's going to suck no J.K. Dobbins on IR for the next 4 weeks. Gus Edwards needs to step up. The running game needs to step up. The defense is going to have to step up even more to keep this team in a position to keep thriving. At number 9, we have the Minnesota Vikings. You're going to hear me talk a lot about the months of December. How are these teams going to do in December? Vikings pull off a very, very close win against the Cardinals, a Cardinals team that is good one week, iffy another week. They won a lot of games recently by a field goal. You can't hold that against them because we have the Chiefs so high, so it doesn't matter. The Cardinals are an okay football team. We have to see how quarterback Sam Darnold is going to thrive during the months of December. You also have to get Aaron Jones' fumbling problem under control. Going into December, when it's do or die football and going into playoffs, you cannot let that rock go. Their defense has been solid thus far. They just need to pick it up on the offensive side of the ball. After that, we have the number 8 team who is jumping up 2 spots. I like the young quarterback. The run game is actually non-existent, so they just throw for 500 yards a game. Not 500 yards, but they throw 500 attempts a game. The defense on Monday Night Football, granted, it was against Jameis Winston, caught 3 interceptions, 2 for a pick 6. Give me the Denver Broncos. I like what they are doing over there in Denver. That is a solid, solid football team. Bo Nix seems to get better and better every week. His connection with Cortland Sutton is getting better. He's getting young guys like Vele involved, Troy Franklin involved. Franklin's a dog, by the way. Marvin Mims involved. They're getting everyone involved except for some reason the run game. Actually, last night, the run game came alive at the end of the game. That's what we love to see. So the Denver Broncos are going to go in our number 8 spot. At number 7, we have the Green Bay Packers. I love Jordan Love. I love the run game. It's finally, they're all starting to slowly click together, kind of like the Packers did last year, right? Started slow, start to get it together. The defense starts hooping in the month of December. It's cold in Lambeau. They start winning games because of the environment. You get to playoffs and you start beating teams people think you shouldn't beat. I think the Green Bay Packers are absolutely a great team. They're finally getting their defense back healthy. They're finally getting their offense back healthy. I think Jordan Love is just now getting back fully healthy. Love the wide receiver core. Love them all. Reed is a dog. Wicks is a dog. Dalbs is a dog. If I miss it, Tucker Kraft is a dog. They're not all like insane elite wide receivers, but they have potential to do great things. At number 6, we have a team that has fallen from grace after a loss this week. We have the Baltimore Ravens. I can't say enough good things about this team. I can also say a lot of bad things about this team. They have to figure out what is going on at the wide receiver position. Lamar Jackson cannot go into the playoffs doing it all on his feet. Can't go into the playoffs doing it all on his feet. If you look at all of the Ravens' losses, they have lost because they have tried to force the pass. They have thrown for 30 attempts against the Browns, 30 plus attempts against the Steelers, 30 plus attempts against the Eagles, 30 plus attempts. Now they have won 2 games with 30 plus attempts, but that's the Bengals. You have to pass against the Bengals. They've thrown for 30 plus in every loss they've had, losing their identity going into that game. You have to put the ball on the ground. You got to run Derrick Henry more. You got to run Lamar Jackson more. You cannot pass against these elite teams and think you're going to win. Their wide receiver core is abysmal. Why is Deontay Johnson not playing? He wanted to get traded from the Panthers so bad. Get on the field. That being said, our number 5 football team on this list, we have the reigning, defending Kansas City Chiefs. They're beating a lot of good teams by possession. They're beating a lot of bad teams by possession. It can look either way depending on how they're winning. Patrick Mahomes is out there doing Patrick Mahomes things. They're finally getting their team back healthy. My bad. I said Pacheco and someone actually started ripping me in the comments. Pacheco finally comes back and starts ripping off some big plays. You got Kelsey kind of starting to get in his flow. Noah Gray, Justin Watson. They got to get DeAndre Hopkins a little bit more on pace. Their wide receiver core is going to have to step it up going into December, or it could look like some ugly, ugly football. Their defense has played terrible the last 2 weeks. Now, being one of the best defenses in the league, that cannot happen. You have to get it together. You have to go out there and start playing better football. Like I said, especially in the months of December, because that really sets the tone for your playoff run. At number 4, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, this team led by Mr. Unlimited. Russell Wilson looks better and better every week. We love to see it. I think they're a great football team. I think they get the run game going. I think the defense is absolutely phenomenal. I think there is so much potential for this team. I don't know if it's Super Bowl potential, but I think they're going to make a great playoff run. I think they're going to win the division. They are out here banging out win after win after win, and Russell Wilson and the boys seem to get better and better every week they play. At number 3, we have the Buffalo Bills. Now, Josh Allen is allegedly, I don't know how, the front runner of the MVP. Not seeing it. I think that Saquon Barkley should win it. I think Lamar Jackson is a close runner-up, if not in first place. But I'm not going to hate too much. That being said, my bad, my allergies are killing me. That being said, I think that Josh Allen is an absolute stud. I think he's having kind of the effect that Lamar's having. He's such a great, amazing quarterback that his wide receiver core is underperforming. Thankfully, James Cook is there, and he's an absolute menace in the backfield. The defense is doing good. The defense, by the way, that I have every day since the season started called a makeshift defense, and they are just putting up good plays, getting interceptions, locking down wide receivers, giving Josh Allen opportunity at good field position, and giving him more touches in the game. I mean, this man threw a touchdown and caught. He has a passing touchdown and a receiving touchdown last week and a rushing touchdown. What can I say? Absolutely insane quarterback. At number 2, who I should move to number 1, the Philadelphia Eagles. Their run is looking insane. They started 2-2. People were worried. I said all Jalen Hurts has to do is protect that ball. And what has he been doing? He's been protecting the ball. He's been running the ball. He's been throwing the ball. They've been scoring touchdowns. They've been letting Saquon go absolutely insane. And when I say, how the heck did we let the Philadelphia Eagles get Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean? How did we let that happen, chat? Cooper DeJean is an absolute dog. Mitchell's one of the best lockdown cornerbacks in the league. Their linebackers are running all over the field. Their defensive line is absolutely ridiculous. It's stuffing the runs. Might I add, this is the team that I have had going to the Super Bowl and also beating the Lions in the NFC chip. But y'all don't want to talk about that. And speaking of the Detroit Lions, at our number 1 spot, who could be dethroned soon because the Eagles are playing such good football. I think the Detroit Lions have everything it takes to win some playoff games. I don't think they have everything it takes to go to the Super Bowl. I think that they're a great team. Their run game is absolutely ridiculous. The combination of Gibbs and Montgomery, whoever came up with that, I mean, give them a raise, put them where they need to be. Put them in the front, give them a corner spot in the office with a view. because that is ridiculous how good of a combination that is. Their defense, it's banged up. They're playing the best they can. Their secondary is kind of fraud, in my opinion. The quarterback is a kind of fraud position, in my opinion. I think there's a lot of potential. I just don't know if they're going to have what it takes to go on a deep playoff run and win the NFC Championship to go to the Super Bowl. It's going to be interesting. Let me know, chat, if one of these teams are too high, if one of these teams are too low, who should be in and who should be out, down in the comments. Don't forget, like and follow.